From robots to artificial intelligence, Amazon says it's revolutionizing the way consumers get their orders. It comes as e-commerce sales are predicted to grow at least 10% this holiday season, reaching $278 billion, according to Deloitte. Amazon alone estimated to deliver 13.5 million parcels each day.
And it's all about innovation. I'm inside Boss 27. This is a state-of-the-art facility just outside of Boston. And with me now is Amazon's Chief Technologist for Robotics, Ty Brady. Ty, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
So this is the first time the public will see some of the new technology you are rolling out for the holidays. What happens in a lab like this?
We are reimagining the future of robotics so that you can do your holiday shopping even better.
Today, Amazon launches Sequoia, its brand new robotic system in Houston. The company says it's capable of stocking merchandise 75% more quickly and delivering your orders 25% faster.
What was the problem you were trying to solve with Sequoia?
We want to offer a wider selection for our customers. We want to do that in a very efficient manner so they can pass on a low cost to our customers.
Brady says Sequoia also makes it safer for employees, reducing the number of accidents and repetitive stress injuries.
So you don't have to get on a ladder, you don't have to bend down on your knees, you don't have to reach up really high.
They're able to bring these totes from the warehouse to a workstation like this, where I met up with David Guerin, who helped design and build Sequoia.
A machine has gotten this item out of the warehouse, brought it over here, and now what happens?
Now the associate finds the item that's up on the screen. So we take it out.
This is a yellow phone case?
We scan it.
Okay.
We put it in a tote to be sent to another part of the building for packaging. We let the system know it's in there, and then this will cycle through and deliver us another tote to pick something else out of.
And just how do those towers move around? Meet Hercules. Today is graduation day. The finished robots form a line and drive themselves onto their own shipping pallets, where they'll head off to work at fulfillment centers around the world. Amazon is also introducing Digit. This new bipedal robot can grab and move orders in warehouse spaces not designed for humans.
So I think something a lot of people are curious about is what happens between the time they click buy now and the product arrives at their doorstep. You're going to walk me through that.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to buy what is a bestseller on Amazon right now.
All right, very good.
The Instant Pot. It's going to be hot this holiday too.
Be hot, right on your phone, ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to add it to my cart.
By the time you did that,
Yeah.
I've sourced every Instant Pot inside our network to figure out what's the best way to bring that to your house.
The system found my Instant Pot at a fulfillment center in Penns Grove, New Jersey. From there, it was driven to Carteret, New Jersey, where it was boxed, labeled, and loaded onto another truck, headed for a distribution center in the Bronx. That's where the delivery van picked it up and dropped it off the next day at 6:48 p.m. to me.
Welcome to my office.
The company also has more than 10,000 Rivian electric vans across the U.S. to reduce its environmental impact. Branson Ramirez drives one.
I can do about 150 stops, maybe 250 to 300 packages.
New technology evolving to get us what we want faster and more sustainably this holiday season.
And here's the thing, Amazon is not alone in gearing up for the holidays. Retailers across the board are also getting ready. Walmart opened 3 new fulfillment centers, 36 drone delivery hubs, and Target is adding 100,000 workers just for this holiday shopping season.
I mean, it all looks cool, especially the robots. Yeah. But you do have to wonder about the folks who used to actually have those jobs, like the people.
Right. And that is a question I asked when we were there. And Amazon insists their data proves otherwise, that they are adding jobs as they are adding robotics. They, in fact, say that they've added hundreds of thousands of new jobs and 700 job categories. But yes, you're right. The person who might be lifting those shelves or lifting those totes is a different person. They may now need to brush up on engineering skills or different kinds of critical thinking. But the idea is really interesting because they want to remove anything that's mundane and allow humans to use higher level critical thinking skills, things that make us more human. So that's the goal with these robots.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Vicky.
Yeah.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say, in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in the Western Hemisphere, and to the rest scattered abroad to the 4 corners who look like the other nations, but going back through the lineage of the patrilineal, go back to the Hebrew Israelites. Jobs are going to get scarce. Jobs are going to get scarce. And you've seen it from the clip that I just played, that this warehouse, they using these AI, artificial intelligence, these robots to do jobs that once, were given to human beings, people, But now, due to artificial intelligence, they no longer need people to, do the mundane tasks. Why? Some of the reasons being that people call off from work, people miss time off. They have to pay people vacation pay, dental, 401k, all these unnecessary, things they have to give to these humans. They don't have to give to these robots. So as the little Asian lady said, what? Just to have a job, as simple as working in the warehouse, you're going to need an engineer degree, because you're gonna have to know how to work and fix on these robots in order to, maintain a salary or a wage. And that's what it's coming down to. And not just the warehouse jobs, but, fast food restaurants, what else? Police officers, because they have robots that can do jobs of police officers, paramedics, firefighters. They have all type of AI implemented into these different types of jobs, careers. You got Chat GPI that can do art and that can make songs. So as far as the artist goes, their jobs aren't safe either. Broadcast news anchors, they can put in AI in that as well. So jobs aren't safe. Jobs are going to get scarce here in Babylon, which is America. So be on the lookout, It's only going to get a lot worse from this point. We praying that, it completely crumbles. This society, this kingdom, this system, we praying that it implodes on itself. So this is Isaiah 19, and it says, message to Egypt, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Right, so Yahweh's coming to visit Egypt, which is America, which is spiritually Babylon. And it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right, and we're going to read later on that Yahweh is going to, mingle a perverse spirit, because these Egyptians, these modern day Americans, they going to go crazy when they can't find work and they can't get a job that they once was able to get back in the days, whether it's a factory job, a warehouse job, a fast food job, all the way up into the higher echelon jobs, your doctors, your lawyers, whatever it may be. Because why? This AI technology is going to take over the need to have people do tasks and jobs that they once was able to do. Okay? So it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So they're going to be looking for all different types of solutions on why what's going on is what's going on. But they're not going to have a clue to know that this is all being, orchestrated by the Most High. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. So your modern day Americans, they're going to be given over to a cruel Lord. And, whoever is in charge at that time when this takes place, is going to pass all type of bills and, laws and stuff like that, it's going to be draconian. No going out. I mean, you got a taste of it back in 2020. If you're not an essential worker, you can't go out. You're going to have to stay inside your little portable box houses, homes, whatever it is they're giving you that you can afford. And you're not going to be able to move out of there if you're not an essential worker or you're not deemed to go out, for whatever period of time. Unless you have, that mark, which is in your right hand on your forehead. So it says, in Egyptians will I give over. So it says, in Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. Right, because there's not going to be any work, because we already seen where they going at, where this thing is heading at, that they trying to take the simplest job and make it the most complicated, so that you can be forced to either, take whatever they giving you to continue to, feel like you have a sense of independence and keep, working, or you're going to have to go down to Egypt. We're going to get that in the next video. So it says, and the waters shall fail from, let me get this out of the way. It says, and the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be empty and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither, the paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away and be no more. Right. So you seeing how this is, transpiring, that it's going to be hard to find any type of work. All the work is going to be dried up. It's going to be hard, and you having people to depend on you, family members, children's, husbands, wives, it's going to be hard to get working that day, which is where they want to take this at. So you can be forced to go down and get whatever it is that they, have set aside for you. But ultimately, it's not being forced, because you're going to be left up to, choosing whether or not you want to take what they give or rely on what you have already in store. So it says, the paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament. So this is showing you that, there ain't going to be no work. So it says, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Right, because there's nothing in the brooks left. There's nothing to catch. It's all withered. It's all gone away. There's no more work. So it says, moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded, because they're going to be put out of jobs too. This is going to be worldwide, It's going to be, everybody, every place, every kingdom in every country is going to be on the same, accord. So it says, the fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish, because they ain't going to have no fish. There ain't going to be no work. Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded, because it's going to be hard to find work, and this is all by design. This is going to be part of the temptation that's going to try the whole earth. Revelation 3:10. It says 10, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof. All that make sluices and ponds for fish. And you go into that word sluices, it means, one of the words is wages. So those who rely on wages and the ponds for fish is going to be what? Broken in the purposes thereof, because there's not going to be anything to make wages on, because all the jobs are going to be taken by these AI, artificial intelligent robots. Verse 12, it says, where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what Yahweh of hosts have purpose upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Naph are deceived. And these are major cities in Egypt. Can be likened unto your Wall Street, places of commerce. And it says, they have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. 14. Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay? So there's not going to be any work, per se, for anyone to do in Egypt. Any tribes in Egypt, any people in Egypt to do, It says, Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit, poured out a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. Because essentially this is all being orchestrated by the Most High, sifting, to see who's going to rely on him and who's going to rely on Egypt. It says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right. So these artificial intelligent robots are going to replace a lot of people, jobs and careers here in Egypt and other places throughout the world as well. Because that's the whole thing. They want to get you to rely completely on the system. So they have to take things away from you that you deem essential or necessary, such as your wages, your money. Because now they know once they take that away from you, you can't produce anything that you can, rely on yourself for survival. So you've been raised and brought up in a system that you have to completely rely on. And that's where they want to go. They want to hit you hard where it counts, in your pockets. So it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And this is going to go into the next video and into the next precepts that we get into. 16, it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh hosts, which he shaketh over it. Okay? So it ain't going to be a pretty day, when you can't find nothing, to eat, nothing to wear. You can't get a job. You've been working your whole life, and now you can't find anything to support yourself. And now you panicking and scrambling because, you got bills that's due. You got mouths to feed. It ain't going to be a pretty sight in that day. Okay? So this is going to play into what we're going to go into next, which is UBI, which is Universal Basic Income. Because this is where it's all heading to. So give me 1 second while I pull up this video, and we're going to take it from there.
In an update, the city of Shreveport releases statistics on its guaranteed income program, which began earlier this year. More than 100 single parents living below poverty levels are given $660 a month of supplemental income. Data shows the majority of the money was spent on necessities. More than 54% was spent at discount superstores on food, clothes, household goods, and hygiene products. More than 22% of the money was spent at grocery stores. Nearly 13% was spent on transportation costs, housing, and utilities. Fox 33's Jalen Jackson talked to a participant about how the program has impacted her life.
Additional help it doesn't come often at all. So it was very appreciated.
LaKendra describes how she felt when she got her first check from Shreveport's Guaranteed Income Program. Mayor Perkins says this program is designed to show how guaranteed income can help the average American family live with dignity and respect.
One of the reasons why we jumped into the program is because we know the economy doesn't work for far too many Americans.
LaKendra is one of few accepted to the program in the city of Shreveport. She says the program even helped her get transportation to take her children to and from school.
I normally take my babies to school. So I was without transportation for a while, and I saved up a great deal and was able to get a good down payment for a decent car.
It has been a real game changer for Caddo Parish, for the city of Shreveport. It was implemented to help citizens improve their lives, and that is exactly what it has done.
Over 22,000 individuals applied for this program. That is almost 12% of Shreveport's population. Only 110 were accepted into the pilot program, and the city wants to help this program grow.
We want to not just have it as pilot programs, we actually want to codify it in budgets, not just at local level, but at the state level and at the federal level as well.
I think the program is very helpful to a lot of families. Everybody has their different, situations or issues, and it just helps a lot.
Jalen Jackson, Fox 33 News.
And the city says participants also spent money on loan repayments, medical expenses, and tuition.
Okay, so there you have it. You see, from the lady we just seen, how she was able to use an additional $600 a month for universal basic income to help, pay off some of her bills and allow her to save up for a car and what have you. But you get the gist of it, This universal basic income is going to be a game changer for a lot of people who are just getting by, on ends meet. They're going to have this extra, who knows how much it's going to be, to keep them afloat per se. But what are you going to have to do to get this is the question. Okay? So this is Isaiah 31 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Okay, so you're going to have to go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So woe to them, destruction, man. Once you take this device that they give you to keep you afloat in this system, that's going to be it for you. You've completely signed your life over to them. Pursuant to Mark 8, St. Mark 8 and 36 down to 38. So woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So you didn't even think about when you had the opportunity, when you got this information, when you got this wisdom, this truth readily available to you to seek Yahweh. So for these specific times that we talking about, when they present themselves, you be prepared and ready mentally, and spiritually. So, woe to them that go down to Egypt and take that device that they're going to give you in order for you to feel, a sense of pride, a sense of independency. So going to Mark, St. Mark 8 and 36, it says, Yahweh Shah speaking and read, for what shall it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So now you done gain, your sense of independency and a pride, but you done lost your soul because you done took this man's device and you done allow him to become your ruler, your God. It says, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? What are you willing to give up for that help from Egypt? Whosoever therefore should be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. So you didn't want to seek Yahweh while you had an opportunity and a chance to. He's going to be ashamed of you like you was ashamed of him when you had the opportunity to seek him, and find him before these troubles and these perilous times came upon you. Pursuant to what? Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this temptation is going to come upon the whole earth, kingdom, neighbor against neighbor, it's going to try the whole earth. But it says, because you kept his patience, thou also will keep you from the hour of temptation. Okay? And that goes into Isaiah 55 and verse 6. And it says, seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. So this is the time for you to seek him and call upon him while he is near. Because once all hell break loose and you try to call on him and you try to look for him, he's going to be nowhere to be found. He's going to withdraw his word. You're going to be left out here on your own to defend for yourself. And it's going to be every man for themselves. A dog eat dog type of scenario. We read that in Isaiah 19. You're going to have neighbor against neighbor fighting against each other, looking for work, It's going to be hectic out here. So this is St. Matthew 6. Where do we want to start at? Let's start at 25. The title is The Cure for Anxiety. St. Matthew 6 and 25. It says, therefore I say unto you, this is Yahushua speaking, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? So this is how Esau is going to play on your emotions. He's going to take what you've been so used to having, food, raiment, shelter, and clothes, in the form of having these AI, artificial intelligence robots replace your career, your job, whatever it is that you depend on for your love, what you believe is independence. So Yahushua is saying is not what? He said it's not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment. 26, behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? So you see the birds, they don't worry where they gonna get their next meal from, where they gonna sleep at, But Yahweh looks out for them, he provides for them. So are we not much more than birds? Of course we are. So he's gonna look out for us the same. He's gonna take care of us in that time. When Esau Edom implements this worldwide. 27, it says, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? So by worrying and adding anxiety to yourself, how's that going to add 1 cubit to your stature? It's not going to make anything better. It's just going to add more anxiety to you. And it's going to cause you to fold and run down there and get help from Egypt. It says, and why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. So the Most High is going to look out for you and take care of you. You just have to endure unto the end. 30, it says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? Right, so he taking care of the grass that's just here for the day and gone tomorrow. How much more is he going to take care of you, if you have faith? So it says, 31, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Because once these thoughts start to seep in, then you're going to start to, come to your thoughts, and then those thoughts are going to allow you to go down and receive that assistance, that aid from Egypt. And we read, woe to them that go down to Egypt, because once you take that mark in your right hand or in your forehead, so you can receive that knowledge that Esau Edom is giving you, so that you can feel that, oh, I'm compelled now to receive this information. I can go out and get a better job now. But little do you know, you've signed your fate, to the judgments that's coming towards somebody who take that, pursuant to Revelation, the 14th chapter, the 8th and 9th verse. So it says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? 31, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? 32, for all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father, Yahweh, knoweth that ye have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay, you get that in Isaiah 65 and 13. Let's go there while we're thinking about it. This is Isaiah chapter 65, and let's go down to verse 13. And it reads, therefore, thus saith the Lord Almighty, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So the Most High is going to take care of you, in those times, because you kept his word. He's going to keep, he's going to keep you in the hour of temptation that's going to try the whole world. So back to St. Matthew 6 and picking up where we left off at verse 32. For all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that what ye need of, all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. 34. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So there's enough for you to have to be concerned about today than to have to worry about tomorrow. There's enough going on today in today's society that you have to worry about putting yourself in array and, going out your head, worrying about how you're going to get through with tomorrow. So, and Esau Edom knows that, and he plays on your emotions, your sensitivity. You got robots taking over your job. How are you going to, continue to make your wages if you got somebody or something that's outperforming you? And by outperforming, I mean it doesn't rely on the things that you rely on, such as a 401k, dental plan, vacation, calling in, from being sick or whatever. You can't go up against that. And Esau Edom knows that. So he's going to play on that. And he's going to make it to where, what? You're going to have to come down and get whatever it is he's got offering for you, because you're not going to be able to outdo him in his own system. Are you going to work endless hours? Are you going to not call off when you get sick? Are you going to not, accept a 401k or dental plan? Are you not going to not take your vacation? I mean, he knows all this. So this is nothing for him to put these things in front of you and cause you to, worry and go down and receive whatever it is that he has for you. So you have to seek what? Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Because you're going to get them through the Most High if you stay down with him and don't, go down to Egypt for that help. Okay, so let's close out 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. And it reads, be sober, knowing what's going on, knowing the times that we are approaching. Be vigilant, continue to watch and look out for it. You see these prophecies at the front door ready to be fulfilled. Gird yourself up, gird your loins. Know we getting ready to come into these perilous times. You seeing the signs as they happen right in front of your eyes. Don't ignore them. Be sober, be vigilant, take heed to them. So this is the time for you to repent so you can have that strong hold, of protection. Nahum 1 and 7. Yahweh is a strong hold. So you want to have that hedge, that protection. So now is the time that you need to make the most of it. So it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And if he can play on your emotions and pull your strings and get you to, collapse where you start thinking too far ahead and give into your thoughts and come down and receive what he gives to you, then he's going by all means necessary devour you. So that's why we got to continue to be sober and be vigilant, because what does it tells us in Isaiah the 33rd chapter? Wisdom is, let's go there and read that, and then we're going to close out. This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6, and it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So this is what we depending on. We depend on this treasure from Yahweh. So we continuing to be sober and being vigilant so we don't get taken by that devouring lion. Spoken of in 1 Peter 5 and 8. A roaring lion walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay? So hopefully somebody was able to get something from this. If it be the Lord's will, until the next time, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.